Here is the scenario. Karamihan sa mga research question ay nare-reject dahil hindi tugma ang kanilang rationale of the study at ang research question. So ang tanong, paano ba talaga tayo nakakaselect ng research question na talagang tutugma sa mga factors na gusto nating malaman or ma-come up with our study? Assalamualaikum semuanya, ini lagi bersama Isni and welcome back to Friday Write Day with me, where we're gonna be uploading research and writing content every Friday. Kung gusto niyo malaman guys kung how I come up with a solid question na talagang targeted sa topic ko, research problem, purpose of the study, please watch until the end of this video dahil i-share ko sa inyo guys ang isang workflow on how you can formulate the best research question na talagang tutugma sa iyong topic. What are we waiting for? Let's start the discussion. For the purpose of or the clarification on this topic guys, ang ginamit ko na term for this episode is research question. Even though dito sa Pilipinas, ang ginagamit natin ay statement of the problem. Diba, usually ganitong format yung nakikita natin sa mga thesis when it comes to research question. But if you refer to the other countries, talagang ang ginagamit nila ay research question. But for this purpose and this discussion ay mag-focus na lang tayo on the term research question. Don't worry guys kasi I will be explaining to you what are the difference between statement of the problem and also research question. What is the statement of the problem? A statement of the problem means it is a concise and concrete summary of the research problem you seek to address. It's also the same with the meaning of research question because research question is the specific question that a study or research project aims to answer. So think of this way, parang ang statement of the problem ay general concept, but the research question ay specific concept. So later on guys, I will show you the Fischler workflow on how to formulate a research question based on topic, statement of the problem, purpose of the research, and also research question. Here is the question. Ano ba yung pagkakaiba ni statement of the problem and research question? Si statement of the problem ay it contains rationale of the study. So when we say rationale of the study, it contains the background and introduction of the topic. It also contains the purpose of the study, its relevance on the existing field of study. It also contains problem gap, which is backed up by literature review. So pretty much, yung mga napag-usapan na po natin on the previous episodes ay considered to be the rationale of the study, which is, it is the statement of the problem. So it's really general. Pero in the context of the Philippines, we use the statement of the problem to mean the research question. Well, in fact, si research question, ang sample niya ay yung mga format na mga ganito, which have a specific questions na gusto nating ma-meet on the end of this research paper na ginagawa natin, di ba? Research question ay specific questions na magiging basis ng ating questionnaire. Yun din yung magiging basis ng how we come up with the solid answer to our problem gap or research gap. We will be using the research question phrase in this discussion to mean the specific questions na gusto nating ilagay sa statement of the problem. Here's another follow-up question. What to consider when you want to outline your research question? Actually guys, there's only one thing that you have to consider when outlining your research question. Yun yung purpose of your study, which is reflected from the problem gap and the topic. Okay. Think of it this way. Hindi ka magkakaroon ng research question kung wala kang purpose of the study. So, how do you come up with the purpose of the study? You have to know the current problem gap. So, di ba nagbigay tayo na example last episode na in the topic of the impact of music to senior high school students of Marawi City National High School. And we stated there na upon reading some literatures, na-identify natin na ang problem gap ng topic na yun ay wala pang research na nagagawa sa Marawi City on that topic. So we consider not having any research in Marawi City as the problem gap of our topic, diba? So syempre magkakaroon ka na ng purpose why yun yung ginamit mo na or kinuha mo na topic. That is to identify or evaluate the factors that affects the or impacts of music to the senior high school student of Marawi City National High School. That's how you come up with a research question. You have to base it on your purpose of the study, which is reflected from the research gap and topic. Here's another follow-up question, guys. How do you select or create the best research question for your study? So, in this discussion, guys, we're gonna be using the Fechler's problem statement idea flow. According to Fechler, there are 4 factors that you have to consider if you want to come up or create a solid research question. First is, as we have mentioned, topic. Second is problem gap. Third is purpose of your study. Fourth is research question itself. Papakita ko sa inyo guys yung diagram or graph kung paano, how we come up from general idea of your thesis to a more specific. Kung makikita natin guys yung Fechler's problem statement flow, first is in-identify natin yung topic. So, syempre ang first na ang topic natin is impact of music to senior high school students of Marawi City National High School. And then upon reading all the literature review ay na-identify natin na ang problem gap ay there are no research question na nagawa pa on the psychological and behavioral effect of music to the senior high school students of Marawi City National High School. And then through that, nagkaroon tayo ng purpose to describe the effect of music to the senior high school students of Marawi City National High School. Okay? And then, syempre, from the purpose of our statement, we came up with the question such as, what are the effects of music to senior high school students of Marawi City National High School in terms of psychology and behavior. So, nakita nyo guys kung gaano ka-simple yung pag-flow ng statement of the problem or research question natin through using the Fechler problem statement flow. You can actually use this guys as your basis on how you can create and formulate the question of your study. So, the final question would be, what are the step-by-step ways on how to write your research question to be specific? So, the very first thing that you have to do is to cite the objective or the purpose of your study. Kaya, di ba, sinabi natin na you cannot write the research question kung wala kang purpose of the study. So, you have to cite the purpose of your study, the goal or the aim of your study. So, that's in the first paragraph or the introductory of the statement of the problem. The second one is through number type. So, doon sa statement of the problem mo or research question, you have to identify the research question. So, let's give an example from our previous episode, which is the impact of music to the senior high school students of Marawi City National High School. So, di ba ang binigay natin na first question on our research question is the profile of the respondents. So, syempre, isusulat mo sa first question ng statement of the problem mo is, what are the respondents' profile in terms of age, location, sex, a strand, level of Arabic studies, and parents' occupation. Okay? Second one is, ang binigay natin na question is, what is the impact of music to the senior high school student of Marawi City National High School in terms of their psychology and behavior? Okay? So that's the second question of our statement of the problem. So actually, you can break down the psychology part and the behavior part into two questions. But in our case, we just put it into a single question. So if you want to add, kung gusto nyong mag-add pa ng questions on your statement of the problem or research question, you can do so. But of course, sa dami ng question nyo guys, madami din yung itatali nyo and i-interpret nyo on chapter 4. So, good luck with that. Alhamdulillah, I hope you learned something from this, and I hope to be sharing with you more. I hope to see you again next week on another episode of our Friday Right Day with me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.